Hello again. Okay, so for these next two videos, we're going to be doing Tsang on ourselves. The first video, this one, um, is just going to be about opening the breath, which is arguably the biggest benefit of Tsang. So, typically when people are thinking of breath being deep now, they're just breathing into their bellies and forgetting about the chest and no idea about the back. And the thing is that the diaphragm, when it's designed like it opens like a jellyfish or like an umbrella, 360, you know. So there are sides and back to that circle. And when we're breathing with the entire diaphragm being used, that's ideal. Partly for many reasons, but a big one is the vagus nerve gets a little massage, and the vagus nerve is it's one of the nerves that's really important in releasing trauma, and all of us right now could use a little help with breaking out of patterns and traumas. Um, and this is a big help with that because the vagus nerves, they follow the spine and the esophagus down through a little hiatus, a little opening in the diaphragm. And so when the diaphragm is expanding and contracting in all directions, then the vagus nerves get a nice massage, a nice release. So that's a big one. And I won't go too deeply into it because, I mean, there's so much with breath, but this is a really good place to start. So just let yourself lay. I like to lay on the ground to do this, especially in the beginning, because you can start to get a feeling like the resistance from the ground gives you something to push against. So you can feel in your back when you start to open your breath in the back. It's much easier to feel on the ground than in bed, but of course you can do it in your bed. It's just for this intent, it makes it a little easier. And I always do this. I always give myself treatments with the pillows really high, and I'll take a picture and I'll have that alongside. I keep my knees high so that my back is completely flat against the bed or the ground, which gives it a nice release all the way up. And then, and it's also like it lets my legs completely let go. And highly important in the relaxation mode is the psoas, aka the muscle of the soul. And having your knees up, propped up and relaxed like this is a really key way to let your psoas open and relax gently. Psoas loves gentleness. Okay, so you're here. Just let yourself drop in. Feel where your breath goes normally. You don't have to try to do anything. I'm going to guide you in a second. But for now, just feel where it goes. Let your body sink in. Let your mind go all the way into your bones. So you feel your bones just completely held by gravity. Nothing can happen to you here. So you can just completely let go. Let yourself feel the weight of your bones from your toes all the way up through your hips, your back. Feel your vertebrae. Just letting go. the back of your head. Everything is just completely supported. I'm going to go a little faster here than I normally would. You can practice much more slowly when you're practicing on your own. So once you've kind of gotten a feeling for where your breath is, let yourself start to expand it all the way down to your pelvic floor and fill the entire bowl of your pelvis in the front. And that might naturally start you towards where we're moving next, which is from pelvic floor all the way up to your collarbones at the same time. So let yourself go fill the front of your body from your pelvic floor all the way up to your collarbones. And then you can either hold your ribs like this, like your right hand on your right side and your left hand on your left, to feel the expansion in the sides of your body. Or it's a little more comfortable like this. To give yourself some support and some resistance so that you can really feel your ribs opening out to the sides, and you can feel the distance between, kind of growing in the muscles between each rib. Now we're going to take this back. And even if you can't feel it in the very beginning, because it's new, it's an unusual, to most of us, way of approaching our breath. But you can fill your back with breath. And what we're going to be aiming for is the kidneys in the beginning. And your kidneys they're nestled right up, they're extremely protected in the lowest part of your rib cage, and nestled right up against your vertebra. So they're protected, and when you're taking your breath back to your kidneys, you're releasing a lot of tension. You're supporting your kidneys to relax, and your adrenal glands to also let down and relax. So remember, you've already opened up and down and side to side, and now you're going to open more dimensionally, so aiming for the back. And you may not get as much volume in the front, but that's perfect. You're aiming for the back now. You're opening your whole back. And once you feel your kidneys are supported by your own breath, then start to aim for your sacrum. And you can kind of, if you're having a hard time feeling your breath going there, you can actually kind of push yourself back against the floor, so you can really feel that resistance and the fullness. It may not be so much in the beginning, but that's okay because you are relearning how to breathe. And then once you feel like you've started some opening in your sacrum, you're gonna take that motion from your sacrum and bring it all the way up to the space behind your heart. So you're supporting the back of your heart with your breath. And you may already be feeling a little more calm, a little more relaxed. And this is actually this is a viable treatment for yourself all on its own. If you were to do nothing more than this for a few minutes every day, I guarantee you would see a big difference in how you approach your day. Okay, I'll see you in a minute.